Hey guys, it's Tinker Taylor here today, bringing you back another Pokemon Build series video. Today we have Lickitung, who is a normal type Pokemon, but is quite an interesting looking Pokemon. I'm not really sure how to explain it. It kind of has, I don't know, like, think of like a teddy bear, like that sort of body, I guess. With, arms, legs, and a little bit of a tummy, which it's just so cute for this type of Pokemon, and a very large tail, and its head kind of looks like, I don't know, like a newt or salamander or a frog or something like that. I don't know, just like a very round head, and it's got a very big tongue for licking things apparently. And I was just reading a little bit about it. Apparently it's 6'6". So this Pokemon is taller than I am. Much taller than I am. I would definitely be running if I saw a Pokemon this tall coming at me. Because, yeah, that's kind of terrifying. It's that tall and whatnot. But yeah, when I saw it, I thought, why don't I build a little, like, sweet treat store, most people will lick ice cream rather than, like, when you get ice cream in a cone, most people will lick it rather than bite it. If you bite it, I'm a little bit scared of you. I'm not gonna lie, a little bit scared of you. But also, yeah, other sweet treats and stuff like that in this sort of place here. But I also do some studio apartments next door that are pretty empty, pretty blank. So yeah, if you ever wanted to use this and turn it into like a residential rental, you've got that as a residential rental. Or if you wanted to have it as a home business, you could have it as a home business, because the sweet treat store, that's what I'm going to call it, is on the ground floor of the right side, and there is an apartment above it, and that is furnished and decorated. I say decorated very loosely. I tried to use as much base game as possible when doing this build. I didn't want to have it overwhelmingly not base game. So if you do end up downloading this build and you only have base game, the complete exterior will absolutely be usable by you guys, in terms of like the actual build itself. It does have the pack, high school years pack, the landscaping for that in this, world, and there's stuff that I put outside as well for decorating the lot that is also not base game. But what you're looking at right now, basically, when I put all the windows and doors in, when I put in, I think, even the kitchen, I do a kitchen bathroom area. I think the kitchens are completely base game, but I think the bathroom might use one pack. I think it might use Eco Lifestyle, maybe. I'm not entirely sure. I guess we'll find out as we go along. But yeah, like I said, the outside, the exterior of it, the shell of it, is completely base game. So all the windows, doors, wallpaper, even the interior wallpaper, the stairs. I don't change the stairs because I kind of forget to. The only stairs that I think aren't base game are the escape stairs from the back door to the apartment on the right. That one is a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment, and it's nothing big, nothing flashy, but yeah, something fun and enjoyable. I do know that it's kind of frustrating, like with a build like this, you can only have it as a home business or a residential rental. There's no in between. But I do hope one day that we do get an addition of being able to have multi-purpose slots, not dual purpose slots, but multi-purpose slots. I'm sure you guys understand what I mean. Instead of having 2 uses, it can have 3 or 4. I do understand that that's a lot. I do understand that can be like heavy on the game, and a lot of coding and a lot of bugs and whatnot. So I do hope that it's something they're working on behind the scenes. I'm not too sure how likely that is, but I think it would be really, really, really cool. And I know that they know that we want that, to be able to run multiple businesses on one lot, to be able to have residential rentals and businesses on the same lot. Things like that. That would be absolutely amazing, and I know for sure that they know that we want that. So, I don't know, I guess part of me is building it for the hopes that that is a thing that exists one day, but part of me is also building it because it's just easier. I enjoy it. I like to build things with ideas in my mind just for fun, but yeah, sometimes it's hopeful building. I'm hoping that it'll be okay, and that it'll turn out the way I want. So yeah, I don't know. That's kind of how we end up with this sort of build. Also, I would like to mention that at some points this video will speed up quite a lot, and it will be at, I believe, 8 times speed. I say I believe, I know it's 8 times speed, but that is when I am not moving the camera around a lot. So at the current moment, yeah, you have it at 4 times speed, but yeah, if you do get dizzy from that, please let me know down below, because I will stop doing that in the future videos. It's just that, yeah, during these extra sped up versions, extra sped up portions, it's because I am scrolling looking for items, or I am placing items over and over again, and I'm not moving around all that much. So yeah, I just want to make sure that you guys are getting the best quality, I guess. You're not getting dizzy or frustrated at the quality of the videos. So yeah, definitely let me know if you are getting dizzy from the 8 times speed. That was my original speed. If you go and look at some of my original videos, I do 8 times speed, which is kind of funny because the first video I ever did was actually a 2-parter, and it was like half an hour for each, I think. It was quite a long video, and yeah, I was doing it at the 8 times speed, so could you imagine me doing that video at my now 4 times speed? Because I did drop it down to 6, and then I did drop it down to 5, and now I've dropped it down to 4 again. So yeah, I'm definitely trying to not have it as dizzying for everybody else, and also so you can kind of see the details and see what I've done. I feel like at 8 times speed you definitely can't see a lot of the things that I've done. So yeah, definitely try to make sure it's usable and easy to access for you guys. I don't want it to be over the top or dizzying or frustrating or anything like that, but at the same time, when I slow down how much I speed it up, the videos do get longer. And I'm not sure if you guys want longer videos or shorter videos, but for me, voicing long videos is, I don't know, I get about 15 minutes in, and I kind of lose what to talk about. I used to write down a bunch of ideas of like, okay, talk about this, talk about that, and I don't really do that anymore. It's definitely something I probably should do. Yeah, write down some ideas of things to talk about. But I have been asked, I guess, or suggested in previous videos to talk more about my builds. So I'm definitely trying to focus on that a little bit more. So yeah, it's I don't know, I feel like I'm I guess evolving and changing and adjusting and trying to be better for you guys in these videos, so that yeah, they're not as boring or bland or plain or bad, or any of those sorts of words. I mean, I don't necessarily think my videos are bad. I definitely think they need improvement, but they're alright. But yeah, with this build, like I said, Lickitung is... It's also, I didn't say, it's a bright pink. I say bright pink, it's a pastel pink. It's kind of like between pastel and bright pink Pokemon, and it makes me think of Fairy Floss, which you guys might also call Candy Floss, or Candy... Oh, what's the other one? I don't remember. I don't know, it's the sponge sugar that turns into that, like, really fluffy snack. You'll see it eventually at some point. I do put it in this game. I can't think of what it's called in other places. I know, here in Australia we call it fairy floss, and I've heard from some Kiwis that they call it candy floss. And some people in other countries, like, they have other names for it. When you translate it literally, it's like, grandfather's beard, and things like that, which is kind of interesting and cool. But yeah, it's also got a very light, it's like a cream yellow, but very, very light, like more cream than yellow, but I mean, isn't cream already kind of a yellowy colour? It's got those sorts of coloured sections on it, in fun shapes on it. So yeah, it kind of reminds me of like fun little shapes and stuff that you see on sweet treats. I know some people call them candy, some people call them lollies, some call them treats, all sorts of things. So I think I'm just gonna keep referring to everything as a sweet treat, because these are all very sugary treats, and it does feel like a sweet treat to me. But yeah, for the moment you'll see I do just place a lot of these treats out, and then I organize where I'm actually going to put them, and then yeah, I place them down forever. It honestly did take me forever, and I was live streaming this too, and I was like, I don't know how you guys are watching this. This is the most boring thing I could be doing right now, like just placing the same item over and over again. Sometimes I find it very therapeutic to do that, to just place these items over and over again and be nice and relaxed with it, and it kind of, because I'm doing something that doesn't require a lot of brain power or thinking, I don't have to think about what items I'm grabbing, because I've already done that. I don't have to worry about, the colour scheme in here or anything like that. It's all already done. All I'm doing is placing the same item over and over again, and I find it to be, a little bit therapeutic sometimes. Other times I find it extremely stressful and boring, but it's definitely therapeutic when I'm on my own. But yeah, on live stream I'm like, I want to chat and hang out and do things and have fun, and I just think that it's not fun to manually place things over and over again when I'm just chatting. So yeah, at this point here you'll see that we do speed up just a tiny bit, but because we're not moving around too much, I'm hoping that it shouldn't make you guys too dizzy or anything like that. I am pretty, I don't want to say notorious, but like I do get dizzy quite easily. With this whole series, I'm actually keeping a record of all of the kits and packs that I use, and I'm putting it into a big spreadsheet, but I also put them down in my description. So if you're ever wondering what kits and packs I've used, I put them down in the description. I'll let you know if they're base game or not. If it doesn't say base game and it says other stuff, then the assumption is, I probably did use base game, but it doesn't tell you if it uses base game, but I will say if it's base game only. And if there's a lot of packs, I always apologize, because I feel bad. Most of them are a lot of packs, but if there's like a lot of packs, then yes, I feel terrible every time. Because I do have pack restricted packs as well. Pack restricted builds, sorry. Where I purposely go out of my way to only use a maximum of 4 or 5, and there's been times where I just accidentally use 5 or less, which those ones are probably my favourite, because I don't intend to do that, but it just happens. And with those ones, majority of the time I'm using mostly one pack anyway, so if you don't have a secondary pack, if you just have, let's say Snowy Escape, I think that's the last pack restricted one I did by accident, and it was mostly Snowy Escape, and there was like a wallpaper from Business and Hobbies. There was a plant from, I don't even know what pack it is, but it's one of my favourite plants. It's the set of 4 or 5 plants. I say it's my favourite. It's probably my favourite for using, but not my favourite visually, if that makes sense. But yeah, it's got like 4 or 5 I think it's maybe 4 plants. And all I know is it's got one plant that has like a light blue-ish circular pot, and then it's got a square one, and then I think 2 more circular ones. So if you know what one I'm talking about, I think I used that, and I think that was the only item I used from that pack. Not that I even know what pack that's from. But yeah, I like I was saying, I'm recording them all, but because I put them in the description, what I do is I take a picture of it on the gallery when I upload it, so that I don't have to open my game again and find it out. So I've gone through taking pictures of it, put it in the description of all my videos, and then I was like, wait, I'm actually going to keep track of it, of each one that I've used. So I went back and had to take screenshots again, because I recognized not that long ago that I have been mislabeling one of the kits. I got confused by the Secret Sanctuary kit and the Casanova Cave kit. Two completely different kits, but the pictures messed me up. I got them confused somehow. And so, yeah, what I'm now doing is going back into the game. Like, from the moment I've realized that, I don't have to do this, but from the packs beforehand, I think it's like 80 builds. I have to go back and double check. But what I'm doing is opening up the build, taking screenshots of, on my gallery, taking screenshots of them, of the packs and kits that I've used, going to my description, verifying that I've used, like, I've typed in all the right stuff, and then I'm going to my spreadsheet and putting it in there. And because I'm doing that, I'm looking between different screens. You know, I've got to look at my phone screen where I've taken the screenshot. I've got to look up and down between my phone and the video, and then I've got to look up and down between my phone and the spreadsheet that I've put it in. And it's just a lot. It's a lot, and I get very dizzy easily doing that, apparently. In fact, I had to ask my roommate Onion I would read them out and he would read off the video, and we would just keep going back and forward between videos doing that. But he didn't realize I was reading off the pictures of the packs, not words. So towards the end, when I was doing the last one, he was like, wait, have you been reading hieroglyphics this entire time? And I was like, yeah. He was very confused. But anything that I was uncertain of, I went to James Turner's website. He's got a pack disabler, but like when you hover over the images, over the icons of all the packs and kits, it'll tell you the name of it, which I'm so grateful for, because that's what I've been using to, rather than having to open the game or search through or, you know, figure it out myself. Like, I just go there. It's so easy. I have that I have that website pinned for that reason, so that I don't have to keep looking it up. And yeah, it's honestly been a lifesaver. So yeah, that's what I was saying about getting dizzy. Cause I do get dizzy very easily. So long story short, yes, if you are getting dizzy because of me speeding this up to 8 times, please let me know, because I will not speed it up that fast if a lot of you are not happy with the speed of it. Because yeah, I definitely, I feel the same way. Like, I don't want to get dizzy. I don't like getting dizzy. I get dizzy very easily, and I don't even understand why, because, like, I'm not even doing anything that, like, requires me getting dizzy. I don't understand. So yeah, long story short, I get dizzy, and I want to make sure that I'm not making you guys dizzy. But yeah, I still have to go back and do all those packs. Like, I've probably done the first maybe 25, 26, I think I'm up to. I think I did Raichu, so I think that's number 26. And then from, I think, about 90 something, I continued doing it. Like, as soon as I took the screenshot, I would do it. So I've got a bunch of screenshots on my phone that I need to go put into that spreadsheet, which I'm going to do probably later today. So yeah, I'm gonna put all those into the spreadsheet, and then hopefully I don't need to double check those ones, because I've been extra careful and made sure I used all the right names and terminology and looked them all up, so that, yeah, I don't get them wrong. And I feel like I've only found so far 2 that I was wrong. One where I forgot to put one pack in, and one where I misnamed it, like where I put the wrong name in. So, you know, 2 out of 26 is not bad, and hopefully that's all the only 2, because I do have a feeling there's one more I feel like I messed up. So yeah, gonna go back, double check that, verify it, get all the packs right, because I don't want you guys being like, oh, I have those packs, and then you download it and it's like, that's that's not the pack that was in the description. And also when I'm doing my analysis of the packs and stuff like that, because I will be running an analysis, I don't want to get them wrong. I want to make sure I'm using all the right stuff. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to be running an analysis on it. I'm going to be running like a what are the likelihoods of what packs I use together, and kind of like give descriptive words, I guess, of the styles. Maybe that's a bit of extra work that I've just thought about adding to it, but you know, sure, why not? Let's add some extra work to it. Because yeah, I wanna make sure that if you guys have like a certain style, or if you have, let's say you have cottage living and you really like certain builds of mine, you can be like, all right, well, what packs have you used? What packs have you used a lot with cottage living that actually go well together? And maybe there's some in there that don't really make like you wouldn't have thought about that. So yeah, I definitely want to go in and do that and make sure that I put in all those connections and whatnot, so I can share those analysis with you. And I guess that means like maybe one day at the end of this video, at the end of this all, I mean, it's still the 14th of January 2028 is when it finishes in my time. But yeah, even at the end of that, I could be like, oh, well, here's the analyses that I found. But I will probably update you guys along the way. I'll probably, I don't know, share some sort of analysis somewhere, somehow. And yeah, I think that's kind of pretty cool, because like that way you guys, if you guys are looking at like, oh, I just want to get like an extra pack or whatever, and I don't know if this one or that one for building, I can absolutely give you all that information, which I love doing statistical analyses and stuff like that. I mean, I don't like doing them, I like looking at them, I like reading them, I like understanding them. Doing them myself is just, yeah, feels like a lot of work, so I'm going to try my best, and yeah, definitely get lots of help with this, because I honestly cannot remember how to do much of it from uni, because it was quite a few years ago, not that many years ago, but yeah, enough time has elapsed since I've done statistical analyses courses that I don't remember any of it. So yeah, long story short, I'm gonna make sure to do the analysis properly and get that stuff out there for you guys. Yeah, if you do want to know what packs and kits work well together, or I mean, it's what I'm likely to use together. We're all different, and we're all going to use different things. But yeah, I'm very keen to get in and get that done. But as you can see here, yeah, this is the apartment. We just finished it, and it is all base game. I've used some things from base game that I've never really used before in that apartment. So yeah, if you do want to use it as an apartment, it's already furnished. If you hate the furnishing I've done, which understandable if you do, you can absolutely delete it, and that'll be all a-okay with me. I'm not going to be offended if you don't like the way I finished it. It's not really my taste either, to be perfectly honest. But yes, I realised, it's about 2.5 hours into building this, and I realised, I still haven't touched the rest of this build. So yeah, I did do that. I did do that upstairs apartment a little bit quicker than I probably would have normally. And yes, like I said before earlier, these are studio apartments, but I do not furnish them. I leave them as is. I make sure to make them as livable and usable as possible, but also like they're pretty boring and bland. I wanted them to feel like this is the sort of place where you could feel good, like you could have a nice place. Okay, turns out I do make them base game bathrooms. I think it's the bathrooms in the store that are not base game. So I think it's just the store and the exterior items that are not base game. So this is actually, yeah, fairly base game build. I'm pretty impressed with that. Because I do try and keep people who are base game only in mind when I build. Because it's not everybody can have all the packs and kits. You know, not everybody wants all the packs and kits either, you know. I know there are people out there who only build and play because other people do as well, and they just want to get involved in like little shell challenges and stuff like that. And you know what? That's absolutely fine. Like I don't expect everyone to spend thousands of dollars on this game just because everybody else seems to be doing it. So yeah, if you are somebody who wants to have some more base game builds, this one gives you a good starter in the sense that you'll probably have to touch up the landscaping and fill in that store, but yeah, the rest of the apartments and whatnot, I'm pretty happy to say that yeah, they're fairly base game. I think yeah, even that flooring outside ends up being base game. So yeah, there's just so many things in here that are absolutely base game, and I love that. I love that for this build. Okay, so the only thing in that apartment that is not base game is the mailbox, which I think that's pretty good. Out of everything in that left building, the only thing that is not base game is the mailbox. That's I feel pretty good about that. You know, I probably did use a bajillion packs and kits in here, but it's all within the shop, in the retail business and the landscaping. So yeah, again, if you were looking for something that's pretty base game, I didn't even realize that, but like, I mean, I kind of did, but I kind of didn't. I wasn't sure. I'll be real, I can do builds. Like, I could do a build today, edit the video, and then by the time I got to recording it, I could completely forget if it was base game or not. I'm pretty terrible with remembering stuff like that, so yeah. The landscaping might also be base game, I'm not sure, but I don't think it is fully. I think some of the trees and stuff aren't. But anyway, we are pretty much at the end of the video here. If you guys like this video, the build, or my rambling, make sure to subscribe. I do come out with a new video every single day pretty much. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.